Hello guys, welcome to Wetpad Idea. Today I am going to discussing about ARI, acute rumen indigestion, also called as rumen overload and lactic acidosis. So what is ARI? This occurs in sheep or cattle consuming high roughage diet when they inadvertently are allowed access to large amounts of readily fermentable carbohydrates such as grain or apples. A bacteria Streptococcus bovis in the rumen microorganisms which chiefly responsible for rapid fermentation and production of large quantities of lactic acid. While lactic acid accumulates more rapidly than it is absorbed, rumen pH falls. Lactic acid having low pH within the range of 1 to 7 and approximately 4.5 to 5.3, and due to fall in rumen pH, rumen becomes acidic and rumen atony develops. Rumen bacteria produces a racemic mixture of lactic acid. Some laboratory lactate is absorbed and metabolized by liver and other tissues, but D-lactate, you should remember that D-lactate cannot be utilized and contribute significantly to acid load of body. The excessive lactic acid production results in metabolic acidosis. How we characterize it? Reduced blood pH and bicarbonate ion concentration, and by a fall in urine pH. Urine also becomes acidic from a urine having normal pH of 5. Then fluid accumulates in rumen because of increased osmolality of rumen fluid. Why fluid accumulates in rumen? Because of increased osmolality of rumen fluid. The accumulation of fluid into rumen causes hemoconcentration. The accumulation of fluid in rumen causes hemoconcentration, which in turn may lead to hypovolemic shock or death. Let me explain it. Repeat. Fluid accumulates in rumen. Why? Because of increased osmolality of fluid, and ruminal fluid goes out through the ruminal semi-permeable wall, so there is hemoconcentration in the rumen, and which in turn leads to hypovolemic shock and death. Okay, if affected animals survive the initial period of rapid fermentation, then what? Chemical ruminitis induced by hyperosmolality of ruminal fluid and by excess lactic acid develop. Secondary mycotic ruminitis may then follow, which in severe cases can be fatal. In surviving cattle, metastatic hepatic abscess can also occur. This is everything about the latest research regarding. Okay. And then gastrointestinal toxicology, human physiology. Human largest part compound stomach and about 50 gallons or 80 liters, uh, 2-3 gallons in adult sheep. Human conjunction with reticulum means the free flow of ingesta between two compartments between rumen and reticulum having smaller particles than rumen, and larger particles goes back to the rumen for further digestion, for further fermentation by anaerobic bacteria, which function forms reticulorumen or rumen reticulum, which function as mixing and fermentation vat, an organ of maceration. Here feed is macerated, and also there are beneficial bacteria and protozoa which helps in digestion, and it is the natural habitat of these beneficial microbes and a site of absorption of nutrient and potentially toxicants. In addition, as will be discussed briefly in this that much, the reducing slightly acidic pH 5.5 to 7 depending on diet. Okay, reducing slightly acidic pH depending on diet, microbial environment within the reticulorumen also function to detoxify some toxicants while lethally synthesizing others. Approximately 60 to 70% of cellulose digested animal digested in human by bacteria. Bacteria, protozoa, microbes, and their products are then digested or absorbed by ruminant. Compound that kill off microflora can seriously impair the normal homeostasis of that animal. In immature ruminants, rumen is not fully developed and their digestive tract functions are not fully working like those of monogastric animals. Horse is also a monogastric animal. It is having pseudo no it is pseudo monogastric animal. It is then it also important to note that fermentation produces large amount of gases, primarily CO2, carbon dioxide and methane, which must be released through mouth in the process of eructation. I think you should know the process of eructation. Regular involuntary contraction and relaxating waves in digestive tract towards mouth is known as eructation. It helps in exclusion of CO2 and methane gas. So why ruminants are considered as the largest producer of greenhouse gases. And then some of the legumes containing foaming agents like saponins, which make it difficult the ruminant to eructate. And what it leads to form buildup of gas in rumen, and it interfere with the normal working of the ruminal microbes, ruminal microflora, and possibly leads to a fatal condition called bloat. And in the last, I am giving a hint about the non-deforming agent called as blotacyl, which is containing the sodium rhodosyl sulfate, which helps in removing the froth formation in the room. Okay, it's enough for today. We will surely meet in the next session of the next lecture. Okay, guys, until then, thank you, stay safe and stay blessed.